Shalom, 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 Yasha'Allah. All praises to Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Shalom, Kwam Yasha'Allah. So, real quick, this late night lesson is going to be Ashar Kadash Shirak wa Ashar Hanukkah. Happy new moon, 10th month, and happy Hanukkah day 7. All right, shalom everybody. Hope everybody is well. Whoever's up late, shalom. All praises to Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Hope y'all well. Hope y'all in the spirit. Hope y'all enjoying this Hanukkah season. Hope all the blessings and everything that the Most High has bestowed upon you and your family has been great. And we just want to give all thanks, praise, honor, and glory to the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushai forever and ever. Amen. So, Shalom Israel. Hopefully this lesson will be short and to the point. Hope y'all stayed in the spirit and didn't partake of the wicked pagan day today. The so-called Christmas. All right. You should have treated it like any other day. And you should be in the spirit of the 8 days of Hanukkah. All right, and not in this spirit of this Christmas day that took place. It's over now. You know, it's the middle of the damn night for most of the country, and it's already late wherever you at. So this day is over. I treat this day like any other day throughout the years because I know it means nothing to us as a people, and the Most High is great because He allowed the days of Hanukkah or Hanukkah to fall this year where it was in the midst of when this so-called Christmas day came. So this year Hanukkah was December 19th sundown through December 27th sundown. So we still got 2 more days. The Hanukkah is not officially over until Shalom everybody, until Friday sundown at even or Saturday sundown at even, depending on some of y'all might have started on the 20th. All right, so it ends for y'all on the 28th at even Saturday, or you can just continue to be in the Hanukkah spirit and season all the way up until, whenever, till Esau's New Year's over with or whatever. You can continue to be in the spirit. I know that's what I normally do each year. I continue until maybe the second week of January. I just continue to be in the spirit of Hanukkah. Even though the actual 8 days might be over. I just, be in the spirit. From end of November, beginning of December to first, second week of January. I might not take my decorations down to the second Sunday of January or something. But either way, that's neither here nor there. Just trying to encourage you brothers and sisters to be in the spirit. So once again, tonight, sundown was the new moon. All right, and I started not to go live because it was getting late. I got caught up with the day, actually preparing for tomorrow's closing of the Feast of Dedication of Hanukkah. We're having a closing tomorrow night. So that's why we kind of combined everything into the closing. But I just felt compelled through the spirit to go into a quick, short lesson. I know it's late. But I was going to save everything for the closing service tomorrow. But I just felt compelled to go into a few quick points. And maybe 3-4 new moon scriptures, if that many. All right, whatever the spirit bring out. But Israel, I wanted to speak on, just what I see in the nation still. And we're going into a new decade. Time is shifting. And we're going into a new decade. The Most High said in First Ezra, by measure have He measured the time. No, Second Ezra, Salakia. By measure He have measured the time, and by number He have numbered the time. So I say that to say I notice we're going into a new decade of, time. And I notice a lot of you brothers and sisters that supposed to be in the truth A lot of y'all still playing games and kind of lukewarm. All right, and let me start off with that. This is Revelation chapter 3, and we're going to read. We're going to start at 15. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 15. I'm going to start off with this, even though it's the new moon, but you know, we bring out other points of reference or whatever the case may be. Shalom, everybody. Shalom, Takia. Shalom, brother. Lighthouse Israelite. Shalom. All praise to the Most High in Christ bless. Kwame Sha'ala. Are you IUIC, brother? They normally the ones that say Most High in Christ bless, but it's all good. But anyway, I wanted to start off with this because this is something that just came to my mind earlier from a couple of things I saw. I noticed during Thanksgiving, the class membership was down. The class participation was down. And I noticed Brother Nawala Bunyamyan, he made a post yesterday saying, hey, you know, y'all kind of quiet on Facebook. I hope y'all brothers and sisters are not out shopping or preparing for Christmas. And the brother said it joking in a joking matter, but I thought about that, and then I thought back to Thanksgiving, and I was even watching a few other camps and other brothers' live broadcasts today, and I just noticed the viewership was kind of lower than expected. You know, I follow a lot of the camps or whatever. You know, I watch a little bit of everybody, and I know brothers following for the most part or whatever, and I saw viewership was kind of down, so it led me to either one or two things. Either Israel, and I'm going to be fair about it. Maybe some of you are just tired. You see it as a day off from work. You're resting. You probably cut your social media off. Probably didn't really tune in. You probably said, look, I finally got a break from work, school, whatever. I'm going to just relax on this day. I'm going to cut everything off. Whatever. I'm going to just put my phone down, my social media down. Because, you know, this kingdom can be tiring, and that's understandable. But I hope it doesn't mean that a lot of y'all that's supposed to be in this truth are still participating with these pagan days. Please, after waking up to being a Hebrew Israelite and after all the information, there's plotheras of videos out there, Israelite videos, other camps, other elders, other teachers. I don't care where you get the information from. If you're a member of HOI, we for the most part, we ask you to stick with us. But we know other camps have good information. They bring out the truth. So brothers have done plotheras of videos exposing the truth about Christmas. There's plenty of videos online about Christmas exposed. The truth about Christmas. What are the true origins of Christmas? Christmas has nothing to do with the birthday of Christ. You can look all this stuff up. We've done plenty of videos over the years. There's tons of information already up there. That's why you don't see a lot of the camps or brothers every year going in on a 2-3 hour lesson on Christmas, because we done did it over the years so much. The videos are out there. You just got to type them in and look them up. But I say that to say, I hope a lot of you are not still engaging in these pagan days. All right. You know, that's what I wanted to say to y'all. So Revelation 3:15. Let me stop running my mouth and put some scripture in there. Revelation 3:15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So, you brothers and sisters in this truth, you got to be serious. You can't be going over your family house and saying, well, I'm a be over here for a while, and right, knocked over 3 Christmas trees last weekend. But use wisdom, brother, because you can get arrested for vandalism and different things. So use wisdom. A lot of y'all brothers are overzealous, and you think going out there knocking over somebody's Christmas tree is doing something. Use wisdom, brother, because Esau will go upside your damn head and lock you up for vagrancy, vandalism, whatever, disorderly conduct. So knocking over Christmas trees is not going to really get you in the kingdom 5 minutes quicker, brother. I understand your zeal or whatever, but be careful with that because you can get locked up for destruction of property and all that. Let me read this real quick. This is Matthew 10 and 16. All right, so don't go out there just randomly knocking over people's Christmas trees, brother. You're not impressing the Most High with that. And I don't say that to be, belittle you or nothing, brother. I understand your zeal. I know, brothers put up emojis of them urinating on Christmas trees. I know one year, a brother from another congregation, he got pulled out on a carpet for that because he was in a mall and he pretended like he was peeing on a Christmas tree. But watch that, brother, because you're not, that's not getting you any closer to the Most High because you went and knocked over somebody's random Christmas trees. That's not giving you nothing strong in the spirit, brother. All right, so I say that because I care about you, Israel, and I don't want you to get caught up in nothing unnecessarily. You going out there knocking over people's random Christmas trees. You get a damn white supremacist that got a 45 on him. Hey, nigger, you knocked over my Christmas tree. Next thing you know, he shoot you, and he used his stand as ground law. He felt you was a threat because you vandalized his property. So use wisdom, Israel. You going out there knocking over a Christmas tree is not really doing anything. All right? Especially random people's property. But this is St. Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be therefore wise as a serpent and harmless as doves. All right, it has nothing to do with being a coward, being scared. Oh, I showed some zeal. I knocked over some Christmas trees. You got to be smart, brother. All right, in some places that, depend on you're vandalizing people's property. That's just like, let's say if somebody hated Hanukkah and you had Hanukkah decorations set up in front of your house. So let's say you had a giant menorah in front of your house and somebody came and kicked it over. Now, I remember that happened. I remember, brothers, we were celebrating the Feast of Tabernacles, and the brothers had a booth, a tabernacle built and set up in front of their camp, in front of their school. And a brother that wasn't in the truth, a worldly Jake, they got into an argument and got mad, and he kicked, the Jake kicked the booth over. And the brothers in the truth jumped him and whooped his ass. All right, see, he didn't like the Feast of Tabernacles. He didn't like what we was doing in righteousness. And he got his ass whooped for kicking the booth over. So I'm not saying that's going to happen to you, brother, but don't go randomly kicking over people's Christmas trees. That's like you got a giant menorah in your yard for Hanukkah. People don't like people that are Jews. They come and kick your menorah over. Even though we know Christmas is false, is pagan, yeah, the hell with the Christmas tree. I'll burn the damn Christmas tree. But I'm not going to take random people's property and destroy it because you still got to respect the laws of the land. Everybody understand what I'm saying? Give me a con 777. And it's not about being scared or a coward. All right? It has nothing to do with that. It's about being smart and using wisdom like Christ is telling us right here. All right? Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents. Yeah, have the wisdom of a serpent. You sharp. We know Christmas is a lie. All right? Right, you know Christmas is a lie. You know it's BS. But you going around knocking down somebody's personal property, even though if it's a wicked ass Nimrod Christmas tree, we know we really want to take the damn tree and burn it. But there's laws of the land, brother, that you got to respect. That's somebody's property, and somebody could put some hot ones in your ass. Some racist Edomite put some hot ones in your ass, and the Most High allow that to happen because you were simple. All right, so don't go ripping people's Christmas lights down. That's unnecessary, Israel. That's not getting you any closer to the Most High and the angels, and you're going to get in the kingdom 5 minutes before everybody else because you knocked down some Christmas lights. No. All right, be smart, Israel. Matthew 10:16 again. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. All right, so be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. Be at peace. Walk in peace. When the time comes and the Most High give us the power, we're going to tear something up. But We got to wait for that time. Use wisdom until that time, because you'll get yourself jacked up, and the Most High will make an example out of you for not being patient and being in the spirit. All right, so to the brother Terrence Jefferson, that's just a little wisdom for you, brother. I'm not scolding you. I'm not downing you. I'm not, speaking condescendingly to you, but I am speaking to you firm as a man, as an elder, and as a leader and a guider in this truth. I must instruct my people the right way according to Scripture. All right, so don't go down knocking people's Christmas decorations down. Use wisdom, all right? So back to Revelation 3 and 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou were cold or hot. So Yahweh is speaking to you, Israel. Like, some of y'all, a few brothers and sisters, I use an example. A few brothers and sisters, they admitted to me, 4th of July came, I went to a cookout with my husband and his family. I went to a cookout with my wife and my family. Oh, Christmas time, Thanksgiving came, my wife and my children and they friends or whatever, they had a big Thanksgiving celebration in the house, but I ain't part of that. Another brother told me his wife is a heathen and she was getting the house ready for Christmas. He's like, well, I don't do that, brother. I told her I don't do that. I said, no. What are y'all brothers allowing these celebrations to go on in y'all homes for? No. The scriptures say what? Be cold or hot. Now, if you have an unbelieving spouse and they want to engage in Christmas or Thanksgiving, they got to do that outside of your household, especially if you're the man of the household. Now, for a woman, a sister is a little different, so like y'all. If your man is a non-believer and the man is the head of the house, so he say, listen, I don't care. I'm going to have Christmas here. You say, all right, baby, I'm in the truth. I don't partake of that. I'm going to just go in my room. And, I'm not going to partake of that. I may come out and say hi to the family. I'll be cordial, but, I'm not going to partake of that, babe, because I'm in the truth, all right? So that you got to use wisdom in certain situations. But brothers, if you are the man and the head of your household, you should not be allowing your wife to shut you down and have a Christmas celebration or a Thanksgiving celebration in your household. You put your foot down and you say, listen, if you're going to engage in that, you go out there with your family. Be hot or cold, not lukewarm, all right? Verse 16. So then because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because I notice people disappear around, Israelites in this truth disappear around this holiday season. Where are y'all? Now, any other time if you off, you watching the class, you partaking of the class, you on the lives, you listening in, where are you? Or do we have a lot of Israelites that are woken up to the truth, but you are still weak to this holiday season? Yes. Because everything has a spirit. This world is spirits. So that spirit still kind of got a hold on you where you kind of get quiet and you disappear around this pagan holiday. And I know everybody's not resting. You're somewhere off with your family trying to justify in your mind that, okay, I'm just going around my family. We understand all that. We know that. I can go to my family's house on a Christmas celebration and it has no power over me. I can go there, get a damn drink. Yeah, give me some of that eggnog with vodka in it. And yeah, give me a piece of that turkey. Give me a piece of that roast beef. Yeah, give me some of that. I don't give a damn about no Christmas. I'm eating and drinking, chilling. But no, I separate myself because what? If you're amongst the people, they automatically gonna get an idea that you're there celebrating Christmas with them. But I can go to a family member's house or whatever. I don't give a damn about your Christmas. I'm here to get some damn food and drink, and I know everybody gonna be here. I'm going right back home and chill and read my Bible, and I know Christmas is fake. But what does the scripture say? Let's go to 1 Thessalonians, all right? Because I don't want to just be talking. We got to put scripture in there, all right? Yeah, they creeping, sister. All right? My sister's in the building. Zamira's in the building. Shalom, sis. Yeah, they creeping. I mean, the Spirit had me think about this. Like, what else can it be? Now, I'm not if the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't, it don't. But what else can it be? Why are our numbers down around this pagan season? We know people are traveling. Don't get me wrong. Some people take advantage of being on vacation because if you work in certain industries, you're off for like almost 2 weeks. So I ain't mad at you. If you say, well, I'm going to plan a vacation around that time of the year. But still, with all the social media and technology, we still should be able to know your presence. Are you somewhere off partaking of these days? That's why you're quiet. All right, so 1 Thessalonians 5:22. Abstain from all appearance of evil. All right, so we got to be careful. And this is no way... Daniel Shipman. Why do y'all ask questions and the answers? The title of the video, brother, is Happy New Moon. Brother Daniel, did you look at the title? Tonight is the new moon, 10th month. Is on the title of the video. You must be, maybe you didn't see the title of the video, Salakia, brother. But yes, I'm going into a lesson about Israelites still being, Shalom, Lancelot. Israelites still being in part, Israelites in the truth that woke up to the truth, still being weak to these holidays. Because, and the brother Anawala said it, and I noticed it during Thanksgiving, but I've been seeing this for years in the truth. A lot of Israel just is as if y'all disappear off the face of the damn earth. Yeah, because y'all disappeared to them damn holiday celebrations. Y'all still weak to y'all family. A lot of y'all still can't say no to y'all family. I know brothers like New York. I knew people in the truth that would come up and travel up to New York for the holiday season to go be with their family and celebrate the holiday season. But they were in the truth. And they would call me and be like, or text me, be like, Priest Sabak, y'all going to be out there on Christmas Eve? You're going to be out there on New Year's Eve? So they can come out and get the excitement of the camp and be a damn groupie, and then they run right back with their family and celebrating these holidays. All right. It's all right, Brother Darren. It's okay. Yeah, tonight is the new moon 10th month. Ashaka da Sharak. Happy new moon 10th month. We're going to get into that. But I want to start off with this little quick encouragement of Israel. Separate yourself from the ways of this society. All right, 1 Thessalonians 5:22. Abstain from all appearance of evil. So, all right. Yeah, I know it gets tempting. Brother Macabre in the building. Yeah, it gets tempting, brother, to go hang with my family, but they held strong. All praises, Khan. Yeah, but be careful with that going to get food and drinks, brother, because you'll get caught up in that spirit. I say Israel, me personally, yo, straight up, just stay away from the day period. I don't even go. I used to do that years ago. My first maybe 6 to 10 years in the truth, I would be like, oh, it's just because the elders told us when we was taught in One West, they said, listen, these holidays have no power over you. You know, they broke it down like Paul broke it down in Corinthians. But I started to not want to give the wrong impression because people still felt like I was coming over for Christmas. So I cut it out. All right, I've been 15 years, 17 years not doing that stuff no more. I've been in the truth 25 years, all praises. My first maybe 5 to 10 years in the truth, I would still do that. Like, hey, I'll get me some food, some drinks. See my cousin I ain't seen in a while, but I don't give a damn if your ass come from the Netherlands and I haven't seen you in 15 years. Yo, we got to plan another. You meet me the day after Christmas. You still going to be in town? We can go have lunch, go have a drink, whatever. But not on that day because I don't want to give the wrong impression. I want to abstain from all appearance of evil. All right, so let's go to Hebrews 6:1. All right, so you brothers and sisters, like I said, if this This is just an open lesson from something that we observe. This is not self-righteousness. Oh, I'm better than you, brothers and sisters. Look at me. I'm just trying to give y'all encouragement. All right? Well, I'm just giving y'all encouragement. All right? Right. See that? You know, and it's not to say you can't go see your family tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? December 26th. Just another day, a Thursday. Well, you should be going somewhere to close out the Hanukkah, but, you know, go see your family Friday morning, whatever. You might have cousins stuff in town. You can go see them any other day, but let them know, yo, I'm not coming over on that pagan day. All right? Right. Yeah, your family could think whatever the hell. You know, they understand, they understand, they don't, they don't. All right, Hebrews 6:1. It says, therefore, leaving the principles of the doctrine of Yahushua, let us go on to perfection, not laying again the foundation of repentance from dead works and of faith toward Yahweh. See, Christmas celebrations and all that, that's dead works. There's a lot of wasted energy. Yeah, you get to see family, you get to laugh, whatever the case may be, but that's all it is. All right. Verse 2, of the doctrine of baptisms and of laying on of hands and of resurrection of the dead and of eternal judgment. And this will we do if Yahweh permit. See, we got a bigger blessing that's coming to us besides still, because see, if you're still partaking in these feast days with your family and everything, that's a way to get sucked back into it. Next thing you know, you're back in that spirit. You know, so that's why this is encouragement. I know a lot of you could say, I just go for food and drinks, and a lot of y'all probably still going to do it. And hey, if you strong enough, fine, but we're trying to encourage you to just leave these days alone, period. I'm not going on Thanksgiving. I'm not going on Christmas, and I'm not going on New Year's Day. Why? Because those are pagan holidays. I can see my family any other time. I'm going to the Most High's Hanukkah service tomorrow, out here with my brothers and sisters, or whatever state I was in. Most High willing, I would be partaking of the feast with my brothers and sisters. All right, so that's it. One day ain't gonna kill. You got family members, whatever that come in town. Y'all gotta make plans throughout the rest of the year to see each other. Or if they're gonna be in town, just be like, okay, you coming 2 days before Christmas. All right, I'll be over there the day you get there, the 23rd. I'm not coming on that 25th, though. I'm not coming on that day. And I'm not partaking in none of that. The food, the drink, I don't want none of that. You can have food and drink for Hanukkah. All right, tonight is the 6th, today during the afternoon was the 6th day of Hanukkah. And tonight is the 7th day of Hanukkah and also the new moon 10th month. All right, Salakia for coming on service late, y'all, but I was preparing for tomorrow's, closing service that we having. I had to get some stuff together, and time just got by me. But nevertheless, I'm here. All right, so be in the spirit of our true feast days, and this year it's beautiful. The Most High had it was so-called Christmas, and the Most High had it to where it was the 7th day of Hanukkah, and it was the new moon. So you can scratch that Christmas celebration out. And if I was certain places or certain states, we would have been having service tonight. We'd have been having service tonight and tomorrow night. But we decided to put all our resources together for the closing of Hanukkah. It was more cost efficient and more convenient for everybody. But if we were set up a certain way, we'd have been gathering tonight and gathering tomorrow night. And we gathered last night. We gathered for the 6th day of Hanukkah. We got something we starting every year. It's called Brews with Brews. All right, a celebration of different nights of Hanukkah. So last night happened to be the 6th one. So we went out and we had some brews with some Hebrews. And we had some beers and some pizza and wings and just kicked it and had a good time just to celebrate the 6th night of Hanukkah. Brews with Brews. All right, everything was in moderation. Everybody had a good time. We was there an hour or two, kicked it, had fun, took some pictures, and we broke out. Just another excuse to get together and break bread. So where you don't feel like you're missing out on this wicked Christmas season. You got your Israelite family you can gather with. And you can go see your regular family. That's okay. But not on these pagan days. Don't partake in these pagan days. All right, so reading on. It's Hebrews 6:3. And this will we do if Yahweh permits. So the Most High will give us higher spiritual and heavenly power. Verse 4. For it is impossible for those who were once enlightened and have tasted of the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Spirit and have tasted the good word of Yahweh and the powers of the world to come. So basically, it's impossible if you in this truth solid and strong and have been exposed to the great blessings of how the Most High going to deal with you in this truth. Verse 6, if they shall fall away. Now, we're not necessarily saying if you go to a holiday celebration, you could fall away, but that worldly spirit can jump back on you and you can get sucked back in. All right, if they shall fall away, to renew them again unto repentance, seeing they crucify to themselves the Son of Yahweh afresh and put him to an open shame. So a lot of times, that's why I read earlier, abstain from all appearance of evil. Because a lot of times when you go amongst these celebrations and these people during this time of the year, they don't look at you like you really made a change. They don't look at you like you really came into the truth. Like, nah, I celebrate Hanukkah. I don't partake in no Christmas celebrations. They don't look at you. It's like you crucify. Oh, he's just another Christmas. Oh, he back with us with Christmas. It's like you crucify Yahweh and put him to an open shame. Like you really didn't make that change and really come into the truth and showing the fruits of the Spirit. I don't deal with that no more. Totally. I'm in a habit now where most of these pagan days come up. The most I got it to where I don't leave the house. All I did today was take out the damn garbage. I was in my house relaxing with my family, taking advantage of a day off, in the spirit, talked to a few brothers and sisters, did a little counseling here and there, whatever, dealt with the family. And that was that, and prepared for the closing feast tomorrow and for this lesson, this quick new moon lesson late tonight. That's it. I went out the house to straighten up the Hanukkah decorations on my front porch and throw some garbage out. That was it. I didn't even go out the house. My wife went out earlier. She's like, babe, I got to get some stuff from the store. Okay, fine. That was it. Another regular day. I have it to where if I ain't got to leave the house. Now, don't get me wrong. Depending on what's going on, I could have went out and did plenty of things today with stuff that might have still been open. But, I've been finding myself in a habit of the last couple of years, like maybe the last 5 to 7 years, not even leaving the house on these wicked pagan days. All right, staying in with my Bible, catching up on maybe some YouTube videos, some information, some documentaries, whatever lessons, good lessons brothers got out there. It's all good. All praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Shout out to HOI New York, Big Apple. Them brothers went out to camp today. Because today, is a camp day for us in New York, on Wednesday. Them brothers went out to downtown Brooklyn to the camp. All praises. All right, so we in the spirit of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and not these days. All right, so the Lord said it's impossible to come back, so you don't want to get out there and start engaging back in this holiday spirit, then next thing you know, you start drifting back into that world, because it can happen. That spirit is heavy. It can jump on you, and it can pull you back out there. All right, so stay firm. Don't let the dog shouldn't return to its vomit. All right, or you crucify Yahweh Shai afresh and put him to an open shame. So this is just encouragement, we just notice, we just see some things with Israel, and it's like, we're wondering if brothers and sisters are getting weak and getting caught up and, getting snatched back out there and running back to that Christmas and holiday spirit and getting caught up in that stuff. All right. This is Colossians chapter 4 and verse 5. It says, walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time. All right. Let me start with 2. Colossians 4 and 2. Continue in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving. See that? You got to stay in prayer. You got to stay prayed up in these last days. Remember, Colossians 4 and 2, y'all can link with Matthew 26:41. Yahweh Shah said, watch and pray. Watch what's going on. All right, look at the signs in the earth. Y'all see what happened right now tonight as we speak. Well, I think it just went off. I was watching live on Russia Today. A brother from HOI Las Vegas, Sin City. Shout out to Brother Yahweh. Brother Yahweh Tone shared a video with the brothers in a group text. It was live. I had read about it earlier, but they had the last solar eclipse for the decade. All right, they call it a ring of fire. All right, where the sun reflects off of the moon. All right, if I'm saying it right, Salakia. I wish I had my if I had my tablet, my daughter's got my tablet, though I would pull it up and read the article. But basically, it was the last solar eclipse for the year. Y'all can look it up. I think they call it an annular eclipse or something like that. But they also nicknamed it a ring of fire because they said when the reflection of the sun in contrast to the moon, it makes it look like a ring of fire. All right, so that happened tonight. They called it a Christmas solar eclipse, a Christmas ring of fire solar eclipse. Y'all can Google, look up the article. I just finished watching it live on Russia Today. All right, a couple of hours early, about an hour or two earlier, the brother shared the video and we was watching it live on Russia Today. I had read about it earlier, but I forgot to tune into it tonight. So thank the Most High, the brother shared the video. All right, so what did the Most High say? We're going to hold Colossians. Let's go to Luke 21. All right, Luke 21:25, and that goes with the new moon tonight also. All right, Luke 21:25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. So the Most High said there will be signs in the sun. Yeah, there will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars. All right, so they had that Christmas rain of fire or that Christmas solar eclipse. All right, a ring of fire on so-called Christmas. What the hell judgment the Most High about to bring in the new decade? All right, those are signs. The Most High said he would send signs. Now, they said another one will happen in, these happen periodically. They said another one is going to happen in June of 2021. Another one will happen, but they're going to escalate. Like we had the 4 blood moons in 2015 and, different things of that nature. The Most High showing different signs in the sun, moon, and stars. And it says, and upon the earth, distress of nations. What did North Korea say to America? If y'all keep messing around with us, we're going to send y'all a Christmas gift. My man, Kim Jong-un. And they was all nervous on world news. And does this mean North Korea is going to test out another nuclear missile? You damn right they might test out another ballistic missile, Salakia. All right, so things are going on in the earth. Like I did my live video from Dallas. 'Tis the season of folly, judgment, and prophecy. All right, so, and it's tons more. We can be here till the morning bringing out all the prophecy. But I'm just hitting a few key things I've seen in the news. All right, he said, America, keep messing around. I'm going to send y'all a Christmas present. All right, they love messing with America around the major holidays. All right, North Korea. All right, and they was in ABC News, nightly news was in Seoul, South Korea. They were looking kind of shook. All right, don't know if they're going to launch a damn missile or whatever the case may be, but, it's all up to the Most High. But it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, the lunar and the solar eclipse, all right, and the ring of fire, the annular eclipse. I believe that's what they was calling it. Y'all can look it up, though, all right? Do a little homework, look up the articles on it, all right? And it says, and upon the earth distress of nations. See, America, they didn't know. They didn't know what the hell North Korea was going to do. Send you a Christmas present. And that still can mean that it's going into the next decade. The Most High is bringing destruction into the next decade and into Esau's 2020 New Year. With perplexity, with confusion. Damn. What does Kim Jong-un mean by he's going to send us a Christmas present? All right, is that a ballistic missile? Is he going to put California in the Pacific Ocean? All right, is he going to send, what did he say before? Is he going to send fire to Manhattan? All right, wipe out the island of Manhattan? Or was that Saddam Hussein that said that? No, I think that was North Korea. All right, are they going to send fire to Manhattan? Are they going to knock California off the west coast of the United States and put it into the Pacific Ocean? All right, so men was in perplexity. They was perplexed. Like, what kind of judgment is this going to mean? It says the sea and the waves roaring, meaning the nations being in an uproar. Because when North Korea made that threat, you think the United States was the only ones concerned? Everybody was drinking a damn eggnog and kissing under the mistletoe and chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Fa la 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 la, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But they was looking like, damn, is North Korea going to turn America into that scene from the movie Knowing with all that damn nuclear fire? All right, so you better watch out, man. All right, so it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations. Now remember, back during this month on 12/12, on December 12th at 12:12 a.m., there was the full moon. It was the last full moon for the decade. Now the Most High lined it up with that vibration of 12. And remember, your man Diddy had a fitty birthday party on that, I believe it was on that full moon. Now Diddy's a Scorpio. December 12th is under the sign of Sagittarius. P. Diddy is a Scorpio. I believe he's sometime in November. Because yes, this Sagittarius starts November 22nd. All right, Diddy sometime in November. I don't know the exact date of his birthday, but I know he had the birthday party to coincide with Kim Porter's birthday or her death or something like that. Salakia. But what kind of ritual was that P. Diddy turning 50? And we know there's a lot of evidence that you more likely than not sacrifice Kim Porter. All right, because Clive Davis and all them Edomites in the record industry that you got caught going down on P. Diddy, right, which is so disgusting. But yeah, P. Diddy was the hip-hop executive that got caught going down on Clive Davis in his office in Manhattan by his secretary. And that got exposed and revealed back when it happened. Bad Boy Records. Yeah, you've been a bad boy, all right. Pause, no homo. Right? But Diddy, he sacrificed Biggie. We know that. All right. Diddy, when you check it out, when you really examine, Diddy even might have had something to do with Tupac's death as a sacrifice. Because when you look at the documentaries that Diddy's ex-bodyguard did, he said something. He said, listen, Diddy made a statement and said, yo, I can't make no money. These white people ain't going to give me no money if with Tupac and with these niggas going back and forth with this East Coast, West Coast, they doing that nigga stuff. This is bad for business. These white people ain't going to give me no money. I got to get them out of the way or something like that. Bow. Tupac is bumped off. 6 months later, Biggie's bumped off. All right? And we know damn well Kim Porter's death was real suspicious, and more likely than not, Diddy been putting in work and they've been hitting him off. More likely than not, his ass was due for a sacrifice. So now, I say all that to say, was that a ritual that they had? Was Diddy Fitty birthday party really a ritual? All right, and remember, a lot of these celebrities, they like to do rituals at their home. So Diddy I think they said he spent $2 million converting his backyard into a nightclub. He wanted to have like a nightclub type of feel. And they said he spent something like $2 million to convert his backyard into a nightclub, to do like a ritual at his house. Remember Whitney Houston death? Remember when Whitney Houston died and they still had the Grammys party right under her body. Her body was right above them, and that was an Egyptian ritual. When you go back to Whitney's death, there was all kinds of ancient Egyptian and occultic symbolism in Whitney Houston's death. She was definitely a sacrifice. But they had the Grammys party right under Whitney's dead body. Her body was still in the Beverly Hills Hilton above them. And Clive Davis said, Whitney, she would have wanted the show to go on. All right? So these are different signs and stuff. Why did Diddy... Okay, the argument is they always got to argue. They always got a front story. Yeah, I want to wait to Kim Porter's birthday or her death or whatever to pay homage to her. So I waited. I turned 50, but I waited to have a party then. Whatever. Or was that a ritual paying homage to the Illuminati that y'all know it was a sacrifice and it was a ritual a year later after her death? All right. This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 20. Just stuff to think about, Israel. You know, you never know. I'm putting on my tinfoil conspiracy hat. All right. Now, I know a lot of y'all, she just died. Everything ain't a conspiracy. As a matter of fact, Diddy brought their twin daughters out. And I think their twin daughters are 12 years old. So did they line this Kim Porter sacrifice up to do this ritual this year? On the 12/12 full moon? All right. You never know, Israel. All right. 1 Corinthians 10 and 20. It says, but I say unto you, the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils, and not to Yahweh. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. Yeah, Christmas. It's a satanic day. Goes back to Saturnalia, Babylonian Nimrodic worship, the worship of Mithra, the sun god from the Persians. So it has nothing to do with Yahushua. The Yule log, passing your children through the fire to Molech. Yeah, it has a lot of wicked symbolism. And the Most High said, but I say unto you that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to Yahweh. So who's to say P. Diddy didn't do a ritualistic sacrifice of Kim Porter and then had another ritual this year on 12/12 to commemorate that wicked sacrifice to Satan and the Illuminati? You see that? So y'all got to understand, man, this stuff is all set up and is all wicked and a wicked satanic vibration. So I'm just elaborating on Luke 21, where it said it would be different signs in the heavens and different things going on. And it says that you should have fellowship, and I would not that you should have fellowship with devils. So staying away from Christmas and these holidays is also staying away from that satanic spirit. 21, ye cannot drink the cup of Yahweh and the cup of devils. So you can't celebrate Hanukkah and a feast of dedication and then want to celebrate Christmas also. No, it don't work that way. All right, it don't work that way. It says, ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. All right. So you can't be partaker of both. You can't be lukewarm. What did I start with? Revelation 3:15 and 16. You can't be lukewarm. You got to be either hot or cold, or the Lord will spew you out of his mouth. All right, so there's just different stuff going on in the world, current events, things of that nature. Of course, there's been a lot of shootings. There's been shootings at these malls and different things, and the Most High been jacking this holiday season up. There's a lot of stuff going on, man, in the news. A lot of punishments, judgments. On the day before we started Hanukkah, Trump got impeached. Now, that don't mean a damn thing. He probably don't get brought up on no official charges. That's really all a three-ring circus, They're really wagging a dog. Watch that movie Wag the Dog, where a lot of times political scandals are setups to take your mind off of what's really going on. They probably trying to pass some law or do something behind the scenes where they probably going to blow a state or a city full of niggas up and justify it through domestic terrorism or something like that. Like they try to label us with the Jersey shooting. All right, Israelites are domestic terrorists, but we don't give a damn. Go throw your mama from the train. That's how we feel about you. Yeah, I said it. I know it's a bold statement, and a lot of you scary ass Israelites out there, you can just sit home and be scared. I'm not saying not to use wisdom and be a damn fool and be all wild and rambunctious and get yourself jacked up before your time, but don't be all scary either. All right? You can go do a damn Billy Crystal, Danny DeVito. Go throw your mama from the damn train, Esau, with your fear tactics and your nonsense about the Jersey shooting transforms into Israelites are terrorists. We don't give a damn. You can demonize us all you want to. You know what you can do? You can go throw your mama from the damn train. Like the old movie Esau. That's what you can do. Go be Danny DeVito and damn, what's that other homo's name? I just said it. Whatever his name is. All right. Billy Crystal. Go be Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito and throw your damn mama from the train. All right. That's what you can do, Esau, with your damn false allegations of us being terrorists. We don't give a damn what you demonize us. You can try to waterboard us. You can try to torture us. Guantanamo Bay. You can do like the movie Long Kiss Goodnight. I happen to like that movie too, which they exposed 9/11 in that movie. They tell you straight up, that movie came out in 1996, and they tell you in that movie they was going to blow up the Twin Towers. But that's neither here nor there. But you can do us like Charlie Baltimore and Gina Davis, dip us in freezing cold, ice cold, torturous water. But guess what? It's not going to stop the truth. So go throw your mama from the damn train, Esau. That's what you can do. All right? But anyway, I digress. That's matter of fact, since that spirit jumped on me to go into that. Salakia, y'all, we're going to get to the new moon and the seventh day of Hanukkah. Seventh day of Hanukkah and the new moon, 10th month. But here's where you can go, Esau, with your fear tactics about demonizing and trying to call Israel terrorists. Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So we don't give a damn. All right? Esau, we can die. We'll die for this truth. You think we've been out there putting you devils on blast and telling our people the truth and standing bold in Yahweh Shai for us to become shook ones now? Where's shout out to Mahara Khan, Ephraimite Magun. No shook ones. Now we don't know how bad this thing gonna get. Like I said, they could take us, torture us. You know that torturing ain't no joke, man. But what is it gonna do? You going kill us, or you going to try to get us to denounce the truth? That's still not going to stop the truth. We're ready to be martyrs for Yahweh Shai. If we got to die to see the kingdom and this gospel to go out firm with no compromising, then that's what we're going to do. By Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. All right, so that's it on that. I just want to get into that, Israel. I didn't mean to get into a spiel. But let's go back to Colossians 4. Right, a lot going on in the news and the current events, man. You know what? Like I said, we can be here till the morning. So much news. I try to watch the news every day. And it's not always propaganda. You know, if somebody lost their mind and killed 3 people and those people are dead, then that's not false news. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. That really happened. You know, back to Colossians 4:2. All right, Colossians 4:2. Continue in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving, withal praying also for us, that Yahweh would open unto us a door of utterance to speak the mystery of Yahweh Shai, for which I am also in bonds, that I may make it manifest as I ought to speak. Walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. So back to you, brothers and sisters, you can't be lukewarm in this truth. You got to walk in wisdom towards them that are without. Now, let's say you happen to be amongst a family gathering and there's an opportunity to teach. Okay, that's good. But for the most part, if your family want to learn and the Most High going to wake them up and bring them to this truth, they'll come to you. They'll come to you. All right. If not, leave it alone. Separate yourself from this Christmas and these pagan holidays. You want to see family, go see them tomorrow morning. Go see them tomorrow afternoon before Hanukkah service. Hey, family, how y'all doing? Hug, kiss, wow. Let's get a quick drink together. Hey, you got some of that leftover turkey left, whatever. Rice and peas, whatever. Or, hey, let's go out, cuz. Let's go out and get a drink, early. I got Hanukkah service closing tomorrow. Or let's go out for breakfast Friday morning. Or Friday afternoon before the Shabbat. Let me take you for a drink. Or Saturday evening, if you still here, let's go out, cuz, and let's kick it. Good to have you in town, but I ain't dealing with that Christmas. All right, it said, walk in wisdom towards them that are without. Because remember, our people in the world, they don't know no better. We know they're wicked as hell. They off. You get frustrated. These niggas ain't Christmas, but y'all gotta understand they don't know any better. Some of them are just ignorant to be ignorant. You were once there. And that's another thing. A lot of you brothers and sisters, y'all gotta understand, y'all come into this truth and y'all go so hard on your family and friends. Oh, these niggas. And we understand. We can relate to that spirit. But you gotta remember, you were once there also. You wasn't always woke. All right, so you got to understand that dynamic too. Some of our people, the Most High just going to wake them up on his time. You getting all angry and frustrated and preach the buck. That's why I cursed out my aunt and told her she was a stupid, wicked Jezebel woman for having that Christmas tree in her house. She don't know. So y'all got to balance that fire out sometime. That's all we're saying. Balance out that fire sometime. Like the brother earlier, I don't mean to keep getting on the brother, but the brother talking about he kicking over Christmas trees. You got to be smarter than that, brother. I've been in this truth 25 years, and kicking over a Christmas tree is not going to do nothing for me, bro. If anything, I'd rather burn the damn Christmas tree factory down, but I'm not doing that either. So use wisdom. I know a lot of y'all have zeal, and you feel like, yeah, I kicked that Christmas tree down. And like I said, this is not to pick on a brother, but it's just to make a point of reference. It is not going to make you any closer to the Most High. All right, keeping these commandments and how hard you went for the Feast of Dedication, how much you put your energy into the Hanukkah, that's what's going to get you closer to the Most High. All right, so reading on. We're going to go to Titus. We're going to go to Titus 3:1. It says, put them in mind to be subject to principalities and powers, to obey magistrates, to be ready to every good work. So you got to be subject to the higher powers. You kicking over somebody's Christmas tree, that can be a misdemeanor crime. That can get you shot from a crazy white supremacist Edomite talking about, oh, the nigger knocked over my Christmas tree. I thought he was going to rob my house, so I shot him. Stand my ground. So you got to be smart. And the Most High and the angels will be with you when you walking in wisdom. But a lot of times the Most High will make you an example of what not to do. So use wisdom, Israel. Got nothing to do with being weak or a coward. I know damn well going out there and kicking over Esau's Christmas tree is not going to get me any closer to the Most High, any stronger. Or whatever other stupidity y'all brothers and sisters be doing. All right, not to insult y'all, but be smart, Israel. Oh, I went by and I pulled their Christmas lights down. Yeah, I was in the spirit. I kicked over their statue of Santa Claus. Okay, all right, but anyway, if anything, damn it, do like we used to do. We used to bring a Santa Claus to the camp and put a rope around the neck. We was wild when we was younger, but certain things it's like we older, a little wiser, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Walking more in the spirit. We used to send an emoji out of the neck. I think I still got that emoji. The noose hanging around side his neck. We used to all send that to each other, put it on Facebook, whatever, Instagram. I think that emoji is still out there. It's a Santa Claus with a noose around his neck. crazy stuff like that. But actually physically vandalizing people's property, you got to be careful with that, brother. All right. And sisters, or doing anything of that nature. It says to speak evil of no man, to be no brawlers, but gentle, showing all meekness unto all men. And that's why Yahushua said, be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. When we go out there and we deal amongst the people, that's how we got to be. All right, verse 3. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving divers lusts and pleasures. So y'all have to understand that. When you come into this truth, you got to understand your people that's in the world and your family, you were once them. All right, so stop going over. And then a lot of y'all go to y'all families' holiday gatherings thinking y'all going to set up camp. Y'all use it as an excuse to set up camp. But y'all got to text us and email us and what's that scripture in Jeremiah about the tree, brother? I'm at my mom's house now. I ain't come over here for Christmas. I came over here to rebuke them. And your ass don't know Jeremiah 10. Go rebuke your damn self. Go sit down somewhere. Go rebuke yourself. All right. Like one time a brother told me, a brother rolled up on me. I was somewhere in Cali. I think I was in LA, Long Beach, something. I ran into a brother. And the brother smelled so bad. I couldn't even stand next to the brother. He smelled so bad. Now, I think the brother told me he was homeless or he lived in a shelter or whatever the case may be. I said, brother, if I hear any programs or whatever things of that nature, I'll let you know, whatever the case may be. But the brother told me about making some video about the holidays. Yo, we need to get together and cut these holidays, brother, or something like that. But I said, damn, brother, shouldn't you be concentrating on trying to get a place to stay? Maybe get a room for the night to shower and, I didn't say that to the brother because I felt so embarrassed for him. And I'm pretty sure the brother has to know that he smelled bad. I said, if I run into him again and he smell like that, I'm going to tell the brother. But in other words, Israel, a lot of times we try to prioritize. We want to cut somebody and do this and that in this truth. And let's make a video and I'm going to cut my aunt. And you don't understand basic things. It said, there is one that is wise and teacheth many, and yet is unprofitable to himself. That's in the book of Sirach in the Apocrypha. So you want to run in your family's holiday celebration and cut everybody, but then you don't know basic scriptures. You don't got yourself in order. You got to email or text us to ask for Jeremiah 10 while you sitting there having an argument with your family. And that's not enough. They probably going to get another scripture and cut you. All right, so just be mindful, prioritize Israel. All right, you want to make a video condemning and, let's sit down and do a video. And brother, go get somewhere to bathe and take a shower, brother. Your priorities is not in the right place. That's why a lot of times your personal life is not in order because you got 1,000 scriptures, but your personal life is not in order because you don't know how to apply the same wisdom that you got so much of. All right, and that's not to disparage or down anybody, but you can see a lot of times, and it's like, I know Israel will say, well, did you help the brother? But a lot of times you can see, more likely than not, you're in that position because of your priorities. You running around worried about cutting somebody. All right? Prioritize. That's another thing, Israel. You want to run to the family's gathering and cut your uncle, your Christian uncle, but prioritize. You run into the damn gathering and don't even have the scriptures in an arsenal to where you can argue a good case for the truth. Your uncle is sitting there telling you, well, boy, you grew up on Christmas. So show me in the Bible with a tree, to say something about the Christmas tree being bad. Let me show me. Now you got to email or call us for the damn scripture. You didn't even go. You went to the damn gun battle with an empty clip. And then a lot of y'all just use that as an excuse because you want to be around your family for the holiday. No, elder, I was teaching them. I was rebuking them. That's why I asked you to send me that scripture. Stop lying. You went over there because you wanted to be amongst your family for the holiday. Stop it. All right, but Titus 3:3. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving divers lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another. But after that, the kindness and love of Yahweh, our Savior toward men, appeared. See that? So you is a balance. We know our people are off, they wicked, they simple as hell, they a bunch of zombies, they brainwashed or brain dirty. But you got to also understand you were once there, so you got to be patient with Israel to a certain degree. I know a lot of y'all know we just kill these 2/3 niggas, but you don't know who's the 1/3 that's amongst those that are not hearkening right now, because you were once there. But it says what? That kindness, but after the kindness and love of Yahweh, our Savior toward man appeared. See that? So after the kindness of the Most High, he gave you a break. But you were once in darkness, and you were once simple as hell, and you probably was the nigga with the biggest Christmas hat on, looking simple as hell. So just be mindful of that, Israel. That's all we're saying. All right. One more. About not partaking in the things of this society. Y'all know 1 John 2:15, love not the world, not the things that are in this world. I'm going to get one more. 2 Corinthians 6:17. 2 Corinthians 6:17. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. So sure, you might say I can go to the Christmas celebration. Paul spoke about that in 1 Corinthians 8, about eating things offered to idols. We don't have to get it. Y'all can read it on your own. We know an idol is nothing in this world. You can go to your family's house technically and eat up the food. They got roast beef. They got some good baked chicken my mother liked to make. All the goodies, the collard green. Oh, she ain't put no pork in the greens. Uh-oh. Oh, my sister got some vodka. She got that big gallon of vodka. I'm gonna get me a quick drink. Whatever. But at the same time, the Lord said, be ye separate and don't touch the unclean thing, because you being an Israelite in the truth, you might still be looked at and perceived as you're partaking of Christmas. All right. It says, and I will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty. See that? So the Lord told us to be separate. Come out from amongst them and be ye separate, and touch not the unclean thing. All right. Okay, so like my Frankie Murray went out. I might have to burn some more, light up and burn some more. But that's what the Most High is telling us, Israel. All right. So stay tuned. Matter of fact, I'm going to come back with part 2. And we're going to get into the new moon and the 7th day of Hanukkah. Let me get my Frank and Murr going back. I'll be back, y'all. Look out for part 2. I'll be right back on live. Kwame Shalom. Okay, Shalom, 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 Israel. I'm back. Part 2 of Ashar Kadash Rak, Wa Ashar Hanukkah. Happy new moon, 10th month. Happy Hanukkah, day 7. All right. And I just opened up part 1 with Israel being strong and not falling into the paganism and getting caught up in this season, because it can be seductive and you can get caught up. Just some observations we've been making over the years of a lot of Israel getting quiet and just disappearing around this time of the year. But nevertheless, y'all here, y'all in the building. And, all praises. So we're going to get into a few quick new moon scriptures and 1 or 2 scriptures on the Hanukkah, and we'll just close it out with that. All right. But I hope part 1 edified y'all and gave y'all some wisdom. And all praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. So we're going to go to, let's go to Numbers chapter 10, verse 10. Since we're in a new moon 10th month, might as well get into the vibration of the number 10. And this is a blessing. The Most High made this fall right on the night of so-called Christmas. All right. So see how our new moon lined up as a blessing from the Most High to go against this Christmas pagan holiday. So Numbers 10 and 10. Also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginnings of your months, ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings, and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before your power. I am Yahweh, your power. So today is the new moon 10th month according to the Hebrew calendar. Tonight, December 25th, 2019 at even, brings in the new moon 10th month according to the Hebrew calendar. Now remember, Dec, like right now, 2020, we're about to go into what? A new decade, a new 10-year period. So Dec means 10. So they're telling you December is actually the 10th month within its name. It's December. You can look up in a dictionary. If you look up December in a dictionary, it would tell you the 10th month, because Dec is Latin for 10. So that's how we know we're calculating time the right way according to the Hebrew calendar. So tonight, sundown will start the 10th month new moon. All right. So the Lord said once again, Numbers 10 and 10, also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginning of your months, ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings, and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that ye may be to you for a memorial before your power. I am Yahweh, your power. All right, so today has nothing to do with Christ's birthday. Today is actually, y'all can look it up, today is Nimrod's birthday, the ancient Babylonian king that they made into a god. So December 25th is actually Nimrod's birthday. All right, now I'm going to show you something here. All right, they got this this Life magazine I picked up earlier this month. Life magazine, it says the story of Santa. All right, you see the demonic fat white man on the cover. This is Life magazine for December of 2019. Well, it says display until display until February 21st, 2020. All right. So it says the story of Santa, right? But I'm gonna show you in here, where do they get some of the characteristics of Santa Claus from? They get it from a man that was known as Saint Nicholas. All right. And who was Saint Nicholas? A black man during the Byzantine Empire. There's St. Nicholas right there. He was a patron Christian saint during the Byzantine Empire, during the Middle Ages, like around the 1800s. All right. Now, we're going to get a little history of St. Nicholas here. All right. And, well, you know what? I'm going to just get right to one point. Y'all can get the article on your own or the magazine on your own to read it. But let you know, Saint Nick was a black man. But it says right here, he grew to be not only a good boy, but actually a great one. Legendarily generous. That's where the idea of Santa Claus giving you gifts and coming down your chimney and giving you presents, that's where that comes from. Because Saint Nicholas was a patron saint that was known to give gifts and be generous to the poor, to children, to the sick, and things of that nature. It says he would put coins in the shoes of less fortunate who might leave the footwear outside, a practice that is still exercised today in many lands on December 6th, St. Nicholas Christian feast day. And he eventually became known as Nicholas the Wonder Worker. He was, by all accounts, precociously bright, as well as devout and serious. So they're letting you know around this time of the year, they had a celebration of St. Nicholas on December 6th. So this time of the year, along with the Roman Saturnalia and different things of that nature, Mithra, December 21st, the winter solstice, the Sol Invictus, unconquered sun. Christmas is all a combination of all these different things combined into one. All right, it was never a day set up and ordained by the Most High to celebrate Christ's birthday. Not at all. It's just a mixture of different customs and cultures all put into one. So the idea of giving and a gift giving and things of that nature to the poor, the less fortunate, or just the people in general, that came from Saint Nicholas. All right, a patron saint. I said the 1800s. I believe the 800s. All right, but I'm Salakia. The 4th century AD. My bad. I'm thinking about something else. Matter of fact, let me read that. It says, in our Christmas Eve dream, Santa Claus is a jolly old elf with a beard, a broad belly and billowy beard, who bring us whatever we ask for, as long as we have been good. A more than fair deal all around, we can agree. We know where he lives, at the top of the world, the North Pole, where he and his elves toil throughout the year, making toys and other desirable gifts. We know his fabulous reindeer by name, all 9 of them, if you include the red-nosed Rudolph. Each of these caribou yearning ever as for the big night when they will pull his jingling sleigh over the rooftops of the world, which is nonsense. And they got a picture on the back of here of Santa going across the damn moon with his reindeers and his sleigh. All right, knowing damn well he would have fell out of the damn sky and died, and him and the reindeers would have been all broken up, but he's flying across the moon. Was he flying across the ring of fire tonight? That solar eclipse we had tonight over Qatar and certain other Arab countries where it was more visible? Was Santa and the reindeers flying over the ring of fire tonight? This is madness. But anyway, reading on in this article, this is page 22 in the Life magazine, the story of Santa that came out this December. And it says that at least is the Santa Claus who resides in the hearts and minds of millions of Americans. But that's not the whole story, not by a long shot. Where to start? Where to start from among 1,000 of different lands and with 1,000 different stories, including at the North Pole, including Santa himself. We can start in ancient Rome, as we'll soon enough see, but a better spot might be a place called Myra in what was then Asia Minor, but is now part of Turkey. There in the 4th century AD lived a Greek bishop, Nicholas, who hailed from Patara, and whom we will herein call Nicholas, in that place, and with this man is a good place to start. The time is right for a winter's eve arrival of a beneficent, even saintly figure. So they let you know it was the 4th century AD, my bad. So he was in Asia Minor or Turkey, giving gifts to the poor, giving coins and different things to the less fortunate, and that's where they get the idea of Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas, and the gift giving and things of that nature. All right, so there it is. Okay, so it has nothing to do with the Most High's, with Christ's birthday. All right, tonight happens to be the new moon according to the Hebrew calendar because it falls under different cycles. But December 25th has nothing to do with Christ's birthday. That's why the Most High had that ring of fire happen tonight in the sky, which was a sign to us that in this decade to come, there's going to be destruction and wrath from the Most High. All right, so let's go to Psalms 81. Let's get a couple more new moon scriptures. But I just want to throw that in there since we're dealing with the vibration of this wicked Christmas and going against it. All right, all praise to the Most High Yahweh Shah. That's why he let our new moon fall against this pagan Christmas. All right. Psalms 81, we're just going to get to the point, verses 3 and 4. Psalms 81 and 3. Well, we'll start at 1. Psalms 81 and 1. Sing aloud unto Yahweh our strength. Make a joyful noise unto the power of Yahweh. Take a psalm and bring hither the timbrel, the pleasant harp with the psaltery. All right, so we're supposed to take instruments of righteousness and create music of righteousness, praising the Most High. Verse 3, blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day. All right, so we blowing up the trumpet. We're sounding the righteous sounds to the Most High in our solemn feast day. For this was a statute for Israel and a law of the power Yahweh of Yahweh. All right, so the new moon is a law. All right, it's a statute. It's a commandment that the Most High gave to Israel to follow. Not December 25th, Christmas. Not fat white Saint Nick crawling down your chimney, lying like hell, saying he coming to give you gifts or whatever. No, follow the Lord's new moon. And it has nothing to do with the birth of Christ. All right, I'm going to further prove that in, this is the New Unger's Bible Dictionary. All right, the New Unger's Bible Dictionary, page 227 under Christmas. All right, right there, if y'all can see it, I'm putting it in on the camera. Page 227 under Christmas. Now, they know Christmas is not nowhere in the Bible. The word is not even in the Bible. But they just put it in here to show you how the custom of Christmas got incorporated into the scriptures and into Christianity. So this is page 237 in the New Unger's Bible Dictionary under Christmas. It says Christ Mass or Festival. The annual festival held by the Christian church in memory of the birth of Jesus. It begins with the evening of December 25th, called Christmas Eve, and continues until Epiphany, January 6th. The whole period being called Christmastide. It is more particularly observed on December 25th, called Christmas Day or simply Christmas. As to whether our Lord's birth really occurred on December 25th, ancient authorities are not agreed. Clement of Alexandria says that some place it on April 20th, the springtime, which that's the same time frame that we co-signed to. Yahushua was born during the Passover season, around late March, early April. All right, or mid-April, whatever the case may be. Others on May 20th, whereas Epiphanius states that in Egypt, Jesus was believed to have been born on January 6th. For a long time, the Greeks had no special feast corresponding to Christmas Day. Christendom in a Christmas sermon, A.D., it's like a Chrysostom, in a Christmas sermon, A.D. 386 said, it is not 10 years since this day was clearly known to us, but it has been known from the beginning to those who dwell in the West. The Western Church unanimously agreed upon this date, and the Eastern Church adopted it without much contradiction. So they're basically letting you know they know Christ wasn't born on December 25th. December 25th is Nimrod's birthday, the ancient Babylonian king. And they let you know it was all kinds of theories about Yahushua's birth. But when you read the scriptures, Christ was born around the Passover. Read Luke, the 2nd chapter. It tells you it was the Passover, which is the spring season. That's homework for y'all. We don't have to get it now. Read Luke, the 2nd chapter, starting about the 40th verse. But you can read the whole chapter just to get the understanding. But Luke 2 and 40, it tells you Christ was born around the Passover season. I know some Israelites believe that Christ was born during the Feast of Tabernacles. We don't agree with that. The evidence points from Scripture that it was more so around the Passover or spring season. All right, and even Clement, some of the early church fathers, they understood that too. They knew that it was around the spring season. But I'm going to jump down to the last paragraph. It says, several non-Christian elements have crept into the observance of Christmas. Let you know, Christmas is not even a Christian holiday. Different elements that are non-Christian have crept into the holiday. It says the use of lighted tapers reminds us of the Jewish feast of purification. So guess what? The scholars is letting you know that the feast of dedication, Christmas and the lights and things of that nature, they get that from the Feast of Dedication or Hanukkah. Isn't Hanukkah also known as the Feast of Lights or the Festival of Lights? Yes. You can read that in the Apocrypha and the Josephus. It's also known as the Feast of Lights or Josephus also, he gave it another name, the Festival of Lights. So they let you know the Christmas lights come from Hanukkah. That's why we have, when it tell you in the Apocrypha in First Maccabees, it tell you they decked the temple with crowns, gold, shields, they lit the menorah and everything. All right, so a lot of that spirit comes from Hanukkah. So all of you over-righteous Hebrews talking about Hanukkah is not Leviticus 23, you trying to be like Christmas. No, the historians is telling you the lights from Christmas comes from the Feast of Purification. That's the Feast of Dedication, when they purified the temple. It tells you that it used the words purify in the Apocrypha, I believe, in Maccabees. All right, so it's letting you know it comes from the Jews' Feast of Purification. The giving of presents was a Roman custom, whereas the Yule tree and the Yule log are remnants of old theotoric nature worship. That's going back to ancient Babylon. That's what that's talking about. The Yule tree and the Yule log is going back to ancient Babylon. All right. And it's letting you know right there, the giving of presents was a Roman custom that was dealing with Saturnalia. But there's nothing wrong with giving gifts for the Hanukkah. I know a lot of y'all asked about that this year. There's nothing wrong with giving gifts. The Most High not going to, if you want to buy your child a toy, buy him a toy. Don't give it to him on December 25th saying this is a Hanukkah present, but you still trying to compromise Christmas. No. But if you want to give your wife, your children, your family, anybody, your husband, anybody a gift during any time, it don't even have to be during Hanukkah. If you don't want to make it seem like it's Christmas, give them the gift in November. Give it to them in January. But there's nothing wrong with that. There's no sin against that. Now, a lot of y'all over-righteous Hebrews, you're going to say, well, it just said right there, the gifts come from the Romans. But you can give anybody a gift anytime. As long as you know you're not doing it for Christmas, there's no sin. You want to give a gift during Hanukkah? Happy Hanukkah, here's a gift. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, there's no sin in that. If you choose not to do it, and that makes you more righteous than me, then fine. You're going to get in the kingdom 5 minutes before me, then good for you. Don't give no gifts during Hanukkah because you don't want to be like Christmas. All right? More power to you. All right? It says, gradually the festival sank into mere revelry. All right? Idolatry, revelry. That's what Saturnalia comes in, which an ancient Roman festival of debauchery, sex, drunkenness, and orgies. Look it up, Saturnalia, like the planet Saturn, Nelia, A-L-I-A. Look up that custom. Even the Boondocks, back in the days, the cartoon show in the Boondocks told you that certain elements of Christmas come from the ancient Roman Saturnalia. Now, if you're giving a gift, and it's all based upon what you're giving a spirit, the gift, what spirit you're giving a gift in, Salakia. If you say, here, baby, I love you, here's a nice gift for Hanukkah. Happy Feast of Dedication. I don't see no sin in that. You other Hebrews, you want to be over-righteous, you want to say the elder's going off, he's trying to teach us to be like Christmas, he's mixing Christmas with Hanukkah. No. But I don't see no crime in giving a gift. All right? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Whatever you choose to do in your personal household, that's on you. All right, it says, because if I give a gift, ooh, you're being like the Romans. All right? But anyway, it says, in England, an abbot of misrule was chosen in every large household. In Scotland, an abbot of unreasoning who was master of the house during the festival. The custom is just letting you know different customs that was incorporated into Christmas. The custom was forbidden by Parliament in 1555, and the Reformation brought in a refinement of the celebration of Christmas by emphasizing its Christian elements, which Christmas has no Christian elements to it. And then Constantine, during the Nicene Council, Constantine incorporated Christmas and certain Babylonian customs into Christianity so he can appease the pagans. When you read the history of Constantine and the Nicene Council and different things of that nature, where a lot of this Christmas and other holidays was merged in to appease the pagans and the Christians at the same time, to mix Christianity together with paganism. But I don't want to get too much into that. It's just a little light history for y'all. Y'all can look a lot of this stuff up on your own. You can get a book called The Two Babylons by Reverend Alexander Hislop, and that breaks down the paganism of Christmas and the ancient Babylonian elements of it, and so on and so forth. But I just wanted to get into that. But the Most High said that is our new moon, blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in a time appointed on our solemn feast day, for that was a law and a statute for Israel, not no Christmas. All right, let's get the classic, Jeremiah 10 and 1. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1, because your Christmas tree is in the Bible, but it's condemned. Jeremiah 10 and 1. Hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. So we see the ring of fire tonight, December 25th, so-called December 25th, going into December 26, 2019. The Lord said, don't be dismayed by that. Those are signs I'm showing you in the heavens during their major feast day period. And as we go into a new decade, to let you know I'm going to bring judgment to come. So don't be confounded and dismayed by that. Just know that it's a sign from me. Verse 3, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. Don't they cut the tree out of the forest? Yes, they do. All right, verse 4. They deck it with silver and with gold. Don't they put silver and gold tinsels on it? All right, in the ancient Babylon, they put actual silver and gold on it. All right, trying to commemorate and bring back Nimrod's spirit, because the Christmas tree also represents Nimrod. They made up a legend in ancient Babylon that Nimrod's spirit went into the tree. That's what the Most High is saying is here, because Jeremiah was a precursor to Babylonian captivity that Israel would go into. And they was already worshiping and following this custom from ancient Babylon, from Nimrod. All right, verse 4. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers that it move not. What do? They make a tree stand. That's your Christmas tree out of the Bible. All right. They deck it with silver and gold tinsels. They put a tree stand. Right. Verse 5. They are upright as the palm tree. The trees stand up, but speak not. The tree has no life in it. Once you chop that tree down, it's dead. It can't even grow no more. All right. They must needs be born because they cannot go. You got to carry the tree because it has no human spirit. And if it had a human spirit and life in it, it would be able to walk and move on its own. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. So not celebrating Christmas is going to cause something evil to happen to you, and celebrating it is not going to cause anything to come to you. The Christmas tree has no power. It's vain. It's an idol that you're bringing into your home. And that's an abomination, the Lord said. Let's get that in Deuteronomy 7:26. So there you go, Israel. Celebrate the new moon and the true feast days and not these wicked holidays. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 26. And the Most High said this, neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thy house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it. But thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing. The Christmas tree is a cursed thing, according to Jeremiah 10, 1 through 5. All right, so don't bring it into your home. It's a cursed thing. All right, and has nothing to do with the birth of Yahweh Shai. This is just points we pointing out to you to show you. All right, so let's get back to the new moon. That was Psalms 81. Let's go to the Apocrypha now. Let's go to 1 Maccabees 10:33. Since we're in the season of Hanukkah, we're in the 7th day of Hanukkah. All praise to the Most High, and the new moon 10th month. Isn't this beautiful? On Esau's wicked Christmas day. The Most High brought the righteous vibration of a double celebration day for us. 7th day of Hanukkah and new moon 10th month. All praises by Shema Mashiach Yahushua. First Maccabees 10:33, and it reads thus and so. All right. Moreover, I freely set at liberty every one of the Jews that were carried captives out of the land of Judea into any part of my kingdom. And I will that all my officers remit the tributes, even of their cattle. Furthermore, I will that all the feasts and Sabbaths and new moons and solemn days and 3 days before the feast and 3 days after the feast shall be all days of immunity and freedom for all the Jews in my realm. So basically, King Demetrius, this Greek king, was giving Israel freedom on our feast days and our new moons to celebrate and keep them, because he was trying to get us on his side against the Romans. All right, not that he cared about Israel, but he was trying to get us on his side against his enemies, which were the Romans, because the Greeks and the Romans were at odds at this time, along with sellout Israelites was against Judas and the Maccabees, the righteous Israelites. All right, so it's letting you know we kept, during the time of the Maccabees, when they set up the Hanukkah, they was also keeping a new moon. All right, so we keeping the new moon 10th month tonight and the Hanukkah 7th day, all in this one night, against Esau's Christmas, December 25th. And the Most High brought a major sign for us, the ring of fire solar eclipse over the heavens of Qatar and these different Arab lands over there. All right, so go from there to, let's go back to Luke 21:25. I just got a few scriptures on the new moon. That's it. Y'all can look up the other scriptures on the new moon. 1 Samuel 20, things of that nature, different scriptures on the new moon. But I just want to get 2 more on the new moon. Luke 21:25, we always like to bring this one out when judgment is happening on the earth. And then Colossians, all right? Luke 21:25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. And we brought that out on part 1. You see the solar eclipse that happened tonight, the Christmas eclipse. All right, or the ring of fire, they called it, or the annual eclipse, if I'm pronouncing it right, Salaki. And what? Those are signs in the sun. Those are signs in the sun, moon, and stars. There's the stress of nations with perplexity. North Korea saying that if America keep telling them that they got to stop their nuclear program, they're going to send America a Christmas gift. All right, so you in perplexity because you don't know what the hell North Korea going to do. All right, it's the sea and the waves roaring, the nations in an uproar. Because you know all over the world, like I said, you sipping your eggnog in front of your fireplace, lying to your damn children saying Santa came down that fireplace, but you looking over your shoulder like, is King Jong-un going to launch that nuclear missile? He's going to at least test out a ballistic missile? All right, verse 26, Luke 21:26. Men's hearts fell in them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. Yeah, because you don't know what King Jong-un going to do. All right, it says, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. The kingdoms on the earth today, they're going to be shaken. You don't know if he's going to launch that damn missile. All right, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. All of this is a prelude to Yahweh's second coming. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Because Yahweh is about to make his second coming to deliver Israel. That's what all these signs mean in the earth. All right. Colossians 2:16 and 17. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink or in respect of an holy day, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Yahweh. So, hey, I'm sitting in the comfort of my home doing a new moon lesson. Happy new moon, 10th month. Ashar Kadash Rak. Happy new moon, 10th month. Ashar Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah, day 7. No man could judge me as long as I'm making a righteous effort to observe this day. All right. Also, Paul was saying, we can't judge each other on the exact meat and drink offerings because we're not under those laws anymore. We're under grace. So we rehearse in righteousness and we do the best we can. All right. Okay. Hezekiah, Israel, that is the Savior. Not sure what you're speaking about, brother, but it's all good. Okay, Israel, from there we're going to get 2 scriptures on Hanukkah. Since we're in the 10th month, we're going to deal with the vibration of 10. So we're going to get 2 Maccabees, the 10th chapter, verses 1 through 9. And it reads thus and so. 2 Maccabees 10 and 1. Now Maccabeus, meaning Judas, and his company, the Lord guiding them, recovered the temple in the city. They took back the temple and they said, we're going to go up and cleanse it and dedicate it back to the Most High. Hence, Feast of Dedication. But the altar which the heathen had built in the open street and also the chapels they pulled down. And having cleansed the temple, they made another altar, and striking stones, they took fire out of them and offered a sacrifice after 2 years and set forth incense and lights and showbread, just like in the ancient temple. The lights representing the menorah. And also the symbolism of the Feast of Lights. Like we read earlier in the story of Santa in this Time Life magazine, Life magazine, the lighting from Christmas they got from the Hanukkah. All right, so all of you over-righteous Israelites talking about all we doing is looking for a Jewish Christmas, you don't know history and the scriptures. Remember, we brought out earlier, Christmas is just a bunch of mixed philosophy. Some of them true, because St. Nicholas, the black man in Asia Minor in the 4th century, he really did exist. Because Israel was still ruling in the Byzantine Empire. So you had a lot of black patron saints and everything back then. But Christmas is just a mixture of different customs together. So why couldn't they get the lights from the Feast of Dedication? It said right here, and set forth incense and lights and showbread. All right, 2 Maccabees 10 and 4. When that was done, they fell flat down and besought the Lord Yahweh that they might not come no more into such troubles. But if they sin any more against him, that he himself would chasten them with mercy, and that they might not be delivered unto the blasphemous and barbarous nations. Meaning what? Lord, don't put us in the hand of the Greeks anymore. If we sin, we'd rather you send lightning from heaven or a damn flood or some other destruction than to put us in the hand of our enemies. And it was a pride thing with Israel too. We don't want to be up under these demonic people. We'd rather you punish us directly from the heavens, Most High, than for you to put us up under the evils of the so-called white man. That's what they were saying right here. We'd rather face any other punishment than Lord. And then that was Israel's pride. We don't want to be under the devil, under Satan, under our enemies. We'd rather you punish us directly, Lord. All right. Verse 5. Now upon the same day that the strangers profaned the temple, on the very same day it was cleansed again, even the 25th day of the same month, which is Caslu. Because when you read in 1 Maccabees, the 1st chapter, and then 1 Maccabees, the 4th chapter, the same day, the 25th day of the 9th month, which is another vibration of Christmas, even though they say is the 25th of December, but the vibration of 25 came from Hanukkah. So Christmas got a lot of its customs from Hanukkah, even though December 25th was Nimrod's birthday. But we can get a little deeper into that in the future, all right? But a lot of vibrations of Christmas, they stole from Hanukkah also. All right, so we're not trying to have a Jewish Christmas. If anything, Christmas stole from Hanukkah. All right, learn your history and get some wisdom of these scriptures and true history. All right, it says, but that's what happened. On the same day that the temple was defiled by the Greeks, the same day 3 years later, we cleansed it, and the Lord mocked the heathen and had that become the first day of Hanukkah. All right, the same day they defiled it is the same day we cleansed it, and made it a day of 8-day celebration, a high holy day. All right, verse 6. And they kept 8 days with gladness, as in the Feast of Tabernacles, remembering that not long afore they had held the Feast of Tabernacles, when as they wandered in the mountains and dens like beasts. So they set up the Feast of Dedication and they patterned it after the Feast of Tabernacles. All right, because Feast of Tabernacles, Leviticus 23, 33 to 44, it's a 8-day feast. All right, reading on. Therefore, they bare branches and fair boughs and palms also, and sang songs unto him that had given them good success in cleansing this place. They ordained also by a common statute and decree that every year those days should be kept of the whole nation of the Jews. And this was an end of Antiochus called Epiphanes. All right, and just like they claim that Christ was born on January 6th, which is known as Epiphany, which is known as God manifest. Because remember in the scriptures, one of Christ's titles was I'm Nawala, which being interpreted, God is with us. So Epiphany was something that went back to ancient Egypt, where they claimed Christ was born on January 6th. That's the day that God manifests himself on the flesh, because Christian doctrine teaches that God and Christ is the same. But all that goes back to ancient Babylon, Egypt, Greece, so on and so forth. But Antiochus, the Greek general, he named himself Epiphanes because he said that he was a God manifest on the earth. Because a lot of times Esau and the nations, they would try to mimic Yahushua and the Most High and fashion themselves as gods on the earth. All right, so that was just a little interesting history about Antiochus, because an epiphany is what? Is a manifestation from the Lord. So he named himself Epiphanes. That's Greek for epiphany, because he said, I am a God manifest on the earth. All right, but anyway, let's go from there to St. John 10. All right, I know I'm jumping around giving y'all a little different information, but you can all look this stuff up, fact check it. And it's just different history and different stuff, bringing out during this season, and the truth, and not to get caught up and blinded with the lies. So since we're under the vibration of 10 for 10th month, we read 2nd Maccabees 10. Now we're going to read St. John 10 and 22 and 23. And it reads thus and so. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of the dedication, and it was winter. And Yahushua walked in the temple in Solomon's porch. And this is when Yahushua made the famous quote, my sheep hear my voice. When you read the 27th verse, Christ said, my sheep hear my voice. This was at the Feast of Dedication, or the Hanukkah ceremony, where Christ was celebrating. And he came in and he was teaching and talking amongst the people. And he said, my sheep hear my voice. All right, so that was St. John 10, 22 and 23. Yahushua walked in the temple in Solomon's porch. It tells you about Solomon's porch, I think, in Acts the 3rd chapter. It was like a promenade, or what we call in the hood, like a stoop. A large, fancy stoop where you walked up into the porch into the temple. All right? So, yeah. So Yahushua himself, the Feast of Dedication is Hanukkah. When you go into Greek, that word is Hanukkah. When you go into ancient Paleo-Hebrew, it's Hanukkah, or Hanukkah, which means dedication. All right, go into Greek in St. John 10, 22, and it'll tell you. It'll say it right there. Go into Hebrew, you can get a Hebrew New Testament from the Society to Distribute Hebrew Scriptures. You can get a Hebrew New Testament. It'll say Hanukkah in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew in St. John 10 and 22. So we're not making this stuff up, man. And Yahushua himself celebrated the Feast of Dedication. He said nowhere about celebrating his birthday. And look what it says. And it was at Jerusalem, the Feast of Dedication, and it was winter. See that? So what was going on during that time? It was during the winter season. Where we at now? December 25th, so-called December 25th, 2019. When does the winter solstice come in? December 21st. All praise to the Most High Yahweh Shai, the day that he brought me into the earth. I thank the Most High for 48 years on this planet. But that's not neither here nor there, because I know y'all going to pull out the scripture in Job on me and say the elder's going off. He's acknowledging his born day. Better is the day of a man's death than his birth. So, okay, excuse me, over righteous Israelites. But anyway, Yahweh Shai himself kept the feast, the dedication of Hanukkah, and he went into the temple and taught Israel and fellowship amongst them. This is where he made the famous speech, "My sheep hear my voice." St. John 10:27, a few verses down. This was at Hanukkah. Yahweh Shai made that famous statement. So get around that. You can't. All right, so that's new moon 10th month and Hanukkah 7th day. So real quick, a brother asked about Matthew 19 and 8. Let's go to Matthew chapter 19 and verse 8. And the brother said, does this disqualify polygyny? And the answer is no. This has nothing to do with polygyny. But I'm going to start at the 3rd verse to get understanding. Matthew 19 and 3. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? So, a lot of times they was trying to trap Yahweh Shai to see what kind of answer he was going to give, to see if he was going to trip up, catch him in his words or whatever. So Yahweh Shai told him, and he answered and said unto him, have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? Meaning what? From the beginning, the Most High made man and woman, meaning the Most High never really wanted us to divorce. He meant for man, he said, what the Lord put together, let not man put asunder. But it's going to, that's what that's talking about. From the beginning, he made them male and female. Now, this doesn't disqualify polygyny because why? People would say, well, from the beginning, the Most High made male, female. But throughout process of time, the Lord allowed polygyny. The nation of Israel, we come from our forefather Jacob having 4 wives. We was conceived as a nation from our forefather having 4 wives. So if polygyny or multiple wives was so wicked and wrong, why was we created as a nation through something that was so wicked and off? And you can say, well, the Most High just did that to create Israel. Listen, a man can have 12 sons and a daughter with 1 wife. I know years ago they had that show Jenny Jones. They had an episode on the show Jenny Jones years ago where a brother had 19 children with his 1 wife. I think they were married something like 40 years and they had 19 children. So you can't think for the Most High and say he did that because he had to have 12 sons and a daughter to make the 12 tribes of Israel. No. A man and a woman can have 20 damn children. I remember hearing a story of an Ephraimite couple that they got married, and the first 11 years of their marriage, they couldn't have no children. After the 11th year, the wife got pregnant every year or every other year, and they had a total of 11 children. So they couldn't have 11 children. They didn't have no children for 11 years. The Most High gave them 11 children after the 11th year. So the Most High can do anything. He can open a wound. He can give you damn 30 children if he chooses to. All right, if he chooses to. He can make a woman strong enough to bear all them children. It would be rough for her, but hey, I'm just saying, don't doubt the power of the Most High. So you can't say because the Most High wanted to create Israel as a nation, that's why Jacob had 4 wives. But yet and still, why would the Most High allow something that was wicked and evil to bring us forth as a nation? Does that make sense? Why did he just have Jacob have 1 wife and Jacob have 12 sons and a daughter, Dinah? And then Joseph have 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh. The Lord could have did that. He could have made Jacob have 1 wife, but he showed us our nation was conceived through polygyny. All right, but anyway, let's read on. It says, and said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Now that's where people get confused. How could you be one flesh with multiple women? Well, just like Paul said in 1 Corinthians 12:12, he said there's many members to the body, but it's still one body. You're one flesh you can be one flesh with multiple wives because y'all all one body or one family structure. All right, so that's the same concept that Paul used. We don't have to get it, but 1 Corinthians 12:12. But this is not saying that you can't have multiple wives because multiple wives came later on. All right, so reading on, it says, wherefore they are no more twain but one flesh. And that really just means that they come together as one. And how does the man and woman come together as one? Through the child. That's how you come together as one. Also, you become one flesh through the child because the child is the flesh of both of y'all together. What therefore Yahweh have joined together, let not man put asunder. All right, remember the old school R&B group. What was they called? First Choice. Let no man put asunder. It's not over between you and me. All right, it's like you remember that, y'all? First Choice. That was a hot song too. You still play that song in a party today. You know, Negroes get up and do the damn two-step or whatever. But that's neither here nor there. But they were singing that song in the spirit, like, what the Lord put together, don't let man put asunder. So from the beginning, what Yahweh Shah is talking about here, he's going into divorce. How the Most High didn't want us divorcing from the beginning. He made it to where we between one flesh and let no man put asunder. Now Yahweh Shah is going to explain it. It says, they say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? So they was trying to, yes, old school. Old school is the best school, all right? New school is all right, but ain't nothing like the old school, like Tupac said, all right? So Matthew 19:7, so they was trying to trap Yahweh Shai. If the Most High made it to where we not supposed to divorce, why did Moses allow it? All right. They was going to try to get Yahweh Shah to say something contradictory to Moses and the Most High. All right. But here, Yahweh Shah said, and he saith unto him, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. So when Moses, in Deuteronomy the 24th chapter, we don't have to get it. When Moses gave Israel a bill of divorce, in other words, that was like a statute or like a bylaw. In other words, the Most High gave us laws and said, marriage is sacred and let no man put asunder. Put asunder. You should not be separating. I made you to be one flesh. But in case you Negroes can't get along, the hardness of your heart, so you don't be in what they call today a toxic relationship, or you got people that be in relationships that end up dead. Now, I'd rather allow a brother and sister to divorce than for one of them to end up dead, because it's toxic, they arguing, there's always police being called, violence, and all kinds of, you got to take it on a case-by-case situation. Now, we know there's certain scriptures in the law that say once you lay with a woman, that's your wife. And Yahweh Shai wanted us, and the Most High intended for us to be together forever. But you have we're in captivity. That's not to make a license or an excuse for sin, but you have certain situations. And me personally, I will divorce a damn woman in a heartbeat if she's off as hell, rebellious, don't want to listen, is chaotic, is always arguing and is toxic for me and the children. You damn right. I will ask the Most High for forgiveness and I will keep it pushing. Even though the Most High wanted us to stay together, but I'm not going to stay in nothing where it's off. Hell no. But because of the hardness of our heart, Moses gave Israel the bill of divorce because you didn't want to force people to stay together. So the Most High allowed and gave Moses that bylaw so that Israel, if the situation, the hardness of their heart, they can give a bill of divorce and they can keep it pushing. All right. But this has nothing to do with polygyny. All right. So reading on, it says, and I say unto you, Whosoever shall put away his wife except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her which is put away doeth commit adultery. That's why Yahushua said, this is an adulterous generation. All right, and James said that. It said that in James. This is an adulterous generation because why? Marriages, a lot of times, they don't stay together. And we respect what Yahushua said here, don't get me wrong. But I'm not forcing no brother and sister to be together. Now, you shouldn't put your wife away except for fornication. No. Don't put your wife, if you're going through problems, arguments, whatever, all that stuff, one minute you break up, you make up, whatever. But if it depends on the situation, we have had counsels where the situations was bad. And yes, we did allow a brother to write a sister a bill of divorce. Because the situation is a case-by-case basis. We're in captivity right now. Now, what Yahushua is saying right here is just putting your wife away for any little stupid thing. He said you really only should put her away for fornication. Spiritual fornication, meaning she worshiping other idols and gods and religions, and she don't want to be with you anymore. But Paul said if she pleased to dwell, you don't have to put her away. If she not hindering your salvation and you laboring for the Lord. But right here, basically, Yahushua is telling us, don't put your wife away for every little silly thing. Only if she commit adultery, that's when you should put her away. But Moses, because of the hardness of your heart, he did give you a bill of divorce. All right, let's go to Sirach. Let me see what I want. Sirach 25. And it reads thus. And so everything is a case-by-case situation. We had a brother, brother had a straight demon on him. Woman kept calling the cops on the brother, cutting up the brother's clothes, throwing him out the house. You know, trying to burn the brother's clothes, all kinds of stuff. Just a demon. Didn't want to deal with the truth. But I love you. Eventually, it got so toxic. The brother said, you got to put that woman, you got to leave that woman alone and just ask the Most High for mercy. That woman going to kill you, man, or she going to seriously hurt you. So everything is all praises. You know, counseling helps. Counseling can keep a marriage together also. But if it's just toxic, you keep having counsel, you keep trying to help this brother and sister, and it's just wild, chaotic sometimes. You know, you got to use wisdom. One time, there was a brother that kept beating on his wife. All right? Brother kept beating on his wife. Brothers gave him an ultimatum. They said, brother, you beat on a sister one more time, we're going to make you divorce her. Because that you can kill that sister, brother, and we're not gonna have that blood on our hand. We're not gonna leave that sister in a situation with a brother. You can possibly kill this woman. Brother said, get it together, stop putting your hands on a woman, or we're gonna write the bill of divorce and your ass gonna have to sign it. Because imagine if that's your daughter or your mom. What man is gonna allow his mother, his daughter, his sister, or any woman, any real man gonna allow a woman in his family to be with a dude constantly beating on him? And it ain't I'm talking about it's not getting any better. This brother beating on a woman to where he could seriously hurt her or kill her. You either going to kill that nigga or you going to say, yo, you leaving him. I don't give a damn if I got to take you from his house and bring you home with me. Any real man, you either going to put that nigga to death or you going to get your daughter, your whatever out of that situation. Brothers kill me with that. Mind your business. This is my business with that woman. But what if you beating the hell out of the woman upside her head? You better let us come and counsel you and try to fix it before the men and her family find out. And body your ass. And let that be one of y'all daughters. You brothers kill me with that. Mind your business. That's my business. Listen, all we trying to find out is if anything going on with a sister is in danger or you mistreating a sister. We don't care about your damn business. Your businesses don't mean that much to us. We could care less. We'd rather not hear it. We got better things to do. I want to be on the phone for 2-3 hours with a man and a woman hearing all their personal stuff with each other. as quiet as is kept, but as vanguards and overseers and elders and protectors, yes. Because, nigga, you know damn well if that was your daughter, your ass would want, her husband would have to give some answers. You tell me one man in Israel where your daughter come to you and complain about the husband being abusive or mistreating her or doing stuff, and you not going to step in. You a lying nigga if you say that. You going to tell your daughter, oh, just go back home and obey what your husband say. You a lying ass nigga. And if you will do that, you don't care about your daughter. Because the scriptures say, marry your daughter, you have committed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. So I want to see one of you niggas I want to see you tell me, your daughter come to your house, she come 2 o'clock in the morning knocking on your door, bloody lip, black eye, swollen forehead, and you tell her, just go back home and obey what that man say. I ain't getting in your business. You a lying, dusty nigga. You dare, your ass gonna grab the 4-5 and drive back over there with your daughter. So stop lying, Israel. But when it come to your issue, I don't want nobody in my business. We don't know whether you mistreating a sister or not. We trying to find out what's going on. So stop lying, Israel. You only lying to yourself, and you a weak ass man if you would do that. Your daughter would come to your house. You just married your daughter off a year ago. She's 22 years old. She come ringing your bell 2 o'clock in the morning with a damn black eye, busted lip, and knots all upside her head. And she say her husband beat the hell out of her because she got up and used the bathroom. She had to pee in the middle of the night, and this nigga is psychotic and beat the hell out of her. You telling me you won't go over there and at least find out what happened? Now, she lied, and you find out she came in the house 2 o'clock in the morning smelling like a man's cologne. That's different. But you damn Skippy going to at least go find out why your daughter is all bruised up. If you Israel, and I'm going in on this because we've had certain brothers with this type of spirit, and it's disgusting. You're going to tell me you're going to send your daughter back and say, I'm not getting involved, go back and obey your husband? You a lying nigga if you claim that. Because that's your daughter. But any other woman, I ain't getting in nobody's business. So a lot of times, if there's a complaint or something going on, we got to investigate it. We got to see what's going on. The woman lying, fine, she get checked. All right, so let's just keep that in mind, Israel. Somebody got to protect the daughters of Zion. All right, but I digress. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 25. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And that's another thing. Your woman could just be wicked as hell. Just evil. Fringes on, head covered, everything. Just a damn demon. And it said, give it no passage. You keep checking her. You know, in this kingdom, you can't get physical with the woman. You get locked up. And you don't want to do that. What man wants to have to hit on his woman? Some brothers think that's cool. We don't think that's cool. It tells you in Tobit. They told Tobit don't misuse his wife. Some of y'all think that's cool or that's manly. No, that's not. All right. It says, because let it be your daughter with that black eye. All right. Verse 26. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. So it says, cut her off from your flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go if she would not go as thou would have her. That links up with Matthew 19 and 8, where it says, Moses gave you the bill of divorce because of the hardness of your heart. But this, to the brother that asked the question, this is not disqualifying polygyny. This is going into divorce and marriage. And Yahweh Shah is breaking it down and saying, listen, marriage was sanctified from the beginning. It was never supposed to be any divorce. I put y'all together till death do y'all part, or whatever the case may be. All right. But because of the hardness of your heart, divorce had to come in. And the Most High allowed Moses to write a bylaw or for divorce. All right. And Yahweh Shah said in verse 9, listen, the only case, meaning You should exhaust all options to save your marriage if anything but fornication is going on. But if adultery is there, then, like I tell you in Deuteronomy, that land is greatly polluted, then you could divorce your wife. But what Yahweh Shai is saying here, outside of adultery, any other problem, you should exhort all options to try to save your marriage. That's what Yahweh Shai is teaching us. But Sirach and Moses, it says, listen, the hardness of the heart, and give that water no passage. You got a wicked ass demon on your hands. You ain't got to stay with her, because that can end up in somebody's death or something drastic happening. And you don't want that. You're going to be simple and over righteous and say, well, I can't divorce her, but the woman will try to kill you on 4 occasions. So you'll just be dead. No, use wisdom. Yes, there's laws. There's what Yahweh Shah said, but that don't teach us to be no fools. But as far as that, disqualifying polygyny, that has nothing to do with that. Matthew 19, 1-9 has nothing to do with disqualifying polygyny. It's just talking about the sanctification of marriage and the twain becoming one flesh. But you can do that with more than one wife. Y'all one family, one body together. Or you're one flesh with each one of your wives. All right, you have a different dynamic with each wife. But our nation was built upon Jacob having 4 wives. So if it was that wicked, why would the Most High allow the chosen nation of people to be conceived through polygyny? All right, so that's it on that. So with that, I hope that answers the brother's question. We can go more in depth into it and do a deeper lesson on it to break down what Yahweh Shai was saying to the Pharisees there, but that's what that's talking about. And I hope you enjoyed the new moon, 10th month, and the Hanukkah 7th day. All praise to Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Kwame Asha'ala, we still got next. Hallelujah. All praise to Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Bring it out. HOI pull up, boys. HOI to the chariots fly. Happy new moon, 10th month. Ashar Kadash Yarak. Happy Hanukkah 7th day. Ashar Hanukkah. All praise to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Shalom. Kwame Asha'ala.